Fish on, guys. Fish on. Anglers worldwide, Kaleb, aka Jabroni Joe here. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be an exciting one, guys. This is something that I have wanted to do for quite some time on the channel, but I have not been able to do it until now for various reasons. And what that is kayak fishing. I'm going to film while I'm out fishing for bass on the kayak. I've wanted to do this ever since I bought my kayak. I bought it roughly 6 months ago from my grandfather for about $200 right before he passed away. He sold it to me so that he could buy the Pelican bass raider that he ended up leaving to me right after he passed away. So I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time getting into the intro, guys. Let's get to the water. I'll show you guys the kayak and we'll get to some fishing. Let's get into it, guys. Here we have it, Joe Bros. Alrighty guys, so this kayak is a Pelican Catch 100. I bought it from my grandfather when he wanted to upgrade to a newer boat. He ended up buying a Pelican Bass Buster that he ended up leaving me just a couple months later when he passed away. I still don't have a trailer or a truck to move the Bass Buster, so I can't fish out in it yet, but I do have my kayak. So we're gonna take the kayak out today on this little pond that my friends and I have called the Pit. And we're gonna see if we can get on some bass. Okay guys, we are ready to launch. Let's get out. Just gotta get out of this shallow bit. There we go. Now we are officially freed up in the water. A little windier than I expected it to be, but it's not too bad. I've been out in windier, so. Okay guys, I made it to a spot with a little bit of a windbreak. There's like a creek channel running through here. It's fall, so there should be bass hopefully feeding around here. And I set my anchor down. My anchor, by the way guys, is a 10-pound dumbbell with a length of nylon rope that I bought. So, starting out with a jig. My buddy Barry normally slays them out here with a Ned rig, but I'll move to that if I don't get a bite on something larger first. I'm going to start with a bigger profile than that. And with the jig I can get up in the cover a little more, which is what I like to fish, as you guys know.
Moments later.
Fish on, guys. Fish on. There we go. It's a little bass on the Ned rig, but I got him. And he looks like he's been caught quite a few times because he's got a big old hole in his lip right there. First kayak bass on the channel, guys. There it is. I gotta tell you guys, I knew what the Ned rig was, but I hadn't really fished it a whole lot until I met my friend Barry and he told me that he had a lot of luck on it. It took me a while to understand how finessey it really is and how little action you have to put into it, otherwise you're overworking it. But once I've started to figure that out, I may not be landing big fish on it all the time, but I'm landing lots of fish on it, which is exactly what the bait is meant to do pretty much. So let's see if we can get another one, guys. Huh. I see sunfish all around the surface over here. Like, as soon as they see me, they pop away. Slow it down. There's a lot of shade over here, so maybe there's some bass holed up in that. Fish, guys. Oh, it came off. Shoot. Maybe it was a bluegill, maybe not. Either way, we lost a fish. But I think it's the second bite I've had in the spot in just a couple of minutes, so that's a good sign. So I've noticed that when I fish out here, guys, the bite isn't really like a thump or a tick on the line like you typically feel. I mean, if you're really paying attention and it's not a windy day, you might feel them slurp it up. But typically, I just have to work my bait real slow and I'll catch one of them swimming with it. Because as soon as they pick it up, they're pretty much swimming off with it. Over here. Oh. Well, guys, I hope I land one more fish at least for today's video. Otherwise, it's going to end up being a real short one. Ooh, that sun is just blazing, guys. It is right in the middle of the afternoon, 3 o'clock. I definitely did not pick the most opportune, or the quote-unquote best time of day to go fishing. Thankfully, it is the fall, so the weather's not. Like, if this was midsummer in Oklahoma, oh, this would be undoable. It'd be unbearable out here in the sun. I think today is in the upper 70s. Hello. Yep. I've caught one little one when I first got here, not much since. A bass. Yeah, me and my buddies come out here and fish all the time. Oh guys, I think we had a bite and I missed it like a dingus. Well, maybe there's... This is almost like a transition, guys, like a sudden drop off. Maybe there's fish stacked up here. Maybe I can get one right before we have to go. Alright guys, we gotta get back. We gotta get back to the bank. We gotta get the kayak loaded up on the car, and I gotta go pick my wife up, guys. Alrighty, Joe Bros, I have made it back to shore, and I actually made it back to shore with perfect timing because the last GoPro battery died right as I made it back. So I realized that today's video didn't have a lot of action, only caught that one fish. So what I'm gonna do real quick is, since I didn't go into a lot of detail at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a closer look at my kayak setup, and then we will call it a day. Okay guys, I'm gonna try and keep this quick, simple, and basic. We start at the front here. This is actually a microphone stand that I have rigged up with my GoPro, and I'm trying that out for the first time today. I hope the footage came out good. There's the GoPro case, of course, down here. 10-pound dumbbell attached to rope. Here's into the rope. And then whenever I want to dunk it, I literally just drop it in the water and make sure it's nice and tight, wound up around this handle. If you need a bigger weight, if it's windy enough you need a bigger weight than 10 pounds, then you probably shouldn't be out on a kayak that day. 10 pounds is usually plenty heavy to hold a kayak on a windy day. There's my dry bag. Always want to have a dry bag to put your wallet and keys and stuff in. That way it all stays safe. My PFD, always have a PFD on you. Back here, crate full of baits that I keep bungeed down. I drilled some rod holders onto it so I could have 2 additional rods in addition to the ones that I have slanted right there. There's spots there to slant some that way, but it gets in the way of me rowing, so I really don't use those much. I may eventually put a small net there. And then of course, bungee cable on each side for holding your oar. It's a pretty basic setup. I really enjoy it though, and it's really all I need for now until I can start getting on my bass buster, but I'm hoping to land some big fish in this kayak on the channel here soon. Alrighty guys, we have made it back to Studio K. Now listen, I know today wasn't the most exciting video. We only caught one fish, and I did give you guys a full tour of my kayak setup to this point. And I want to thank all of my GoPros who did stick it out through all of this video with me today. If you did stick it out, be sure to smash like and leave a comment on this video for me. It really does help the channel in multiple ways. If you are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I upload a video. Also, be sure to follow the official Jabroni Joe Outdoors Instagram page that I'll have linked right down below. The fall and winter season is officially setting in, guys. I still have plenty of fishing opportunities that I plan on capitalizing on before the winter gets here, plus plenty of winter fishing trips and camping trips planned so that I can share with all of you. Alright Jabroskis, I think that you have heard enough from me for the day, so you already know, if it ain't Joe, it's gotta go. Angler out.